Shnerdcast episode. Oh my god, I don't even know.
55 or 56?
I think it's episode 56. We back here with Cultcanon.
Hey,
sorry
winning.
for the delay, because shit happened.
A few things have been happening. On some personal notes, some things that we won't speak about on camera. Not between me and him, but family stuff that we all dealt with. And then also, I had oral surgery, which was not fun.
Wisdom teeth pulled.
Yeah, an impacted wisdom tooth and 3 molars all on all 3 corners of my mouth.
Oh man,
not all 3. There's 4, but all the 3 corners. So on both sides, and there were 2 on. There was 3 surgeries on the same side. So I was out for like quite a bit. I'm still not doing quite the best. I shouldn't be drinking, but I'm not going to turn down to have the chance to have a beer with my boy.
Well, hey, I'm not gonna. I know what you kind of know what you're going through because I had a few wisdom teeth removed a long time ago when I was younger. We talked about it off camera, but yeah, it does suck.
Sucks. Doesn't matter what. If you're having any kind of teeth problems, the littlest tooth problem can be the biggest pain in your ass. I don't like it.
You know what's hilarious is I always have the worst. Those dreams where your teeth are like crumbled
out. Yeah, it's a sign you're bad with money.
Yeah, well,
that's what
makes
they
sense.
say.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Makes sense. Well, but the worst ones I ever had is when they would literally like crumble. Like I don't know why they would crumble. I'd just be like talking. I'm like, oh no, my teeth, oh god, my teeth.
It sucks when it happens in real life. When you're eating something and your teeth are breaking in
I've
your
had
mouth.
that a couple times.
Yeah, it's not fun, dude. I don't like it. Like I've been bitching about the healing process way more than I should be. But in reality, the reality of the situation is it's as simple as this. It was way worse before the surgery.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, as
most
much as I'm bitching
definitely,
now, I was, like I said, it was as simple as that.
You're facing death before, bro.
I was being a bitch.
You're going to die before, that's why.
Oh, for real.
That's why you're being a bitch, because you possibly ain't going to...
Yeah, I might not live through this situation. Dude, it was crazy. I was taking so much medication to fight the little pain. And even then, now while talking, it's like I'm getting radiating pain into my mouth, but it's nothing like it was because
your mouth is still healing, because that was like a week and a half ago.
10 days ago.
10 days ago.
Yeah, I had it last Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, because I only had a couple incisions, but you had a few more.
I had the one close to my nerves in my jaw, which is the one that's giving me all the problems with healing. And then I had 2 next to each other on the top, which were molars. And then I had another tooth on this side that it wasn't hurting, but chewing on it hurt. And it was completely decayed, and they were like, we don't blame you if you want to remove it. And I was like, remove it. I was like, nah, fuck that. Because what's going to happen is my teeth will heal up, or my gums will heal up. That tooth will start hurting because it's the last decayed tooth in my mouth.
Dude,
So, yeah, we've been out for a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'm not going to lie. I took a little break because I did a few playthroughs of this game called, I think it's called Eichenfeld, and I did Star Renegade, a couple of playthroughs, and I was like,
did you check?
I didn't edit them at all, and like I kind of like just was like, I actually got my shit together, honestly, dude. I got all like, I had fucking affairs I had to get straightened out with like old jobs and shit, and like money wise, and I had to do stuff with like parking or speeding, like the speeding ticket I got a while ago with traffic school.
Judicial shit.
Yeah, so I guess only thing now I have to worry about is with my health insurance, and then other than that, like besides bills, like regular bills, you know, and like my car payments and like a phone and all that shit, like.
Yeah, you're feeling better.
Yeah. Like I'm back to like, you know what I mean. My car's good. I have to get the oil change and just a little checkup. But other than that, things are looking solid. So I'm a little bit more happy with where I am right now.
My 2021, just so anybody out there that's watching can like maybe relate, because a lot of people I've talked to and I've checked in on, because I told you earlier I like to do my check-ins with people that I know, even if I don't kick it with you or I don't talk to you a lot.
Most definitely.
If somebody like leaves a good impression on me, I'm like, I like to check in on you, kind of thing. One thing I noticed is a lot of people had a really tough time starting 2021 naturally.
Yeah, of course.
Naturally. And I was
after Christmas and all that stuff.
Yeah, after 2020 in general. So, yeah, this year started a little rough, I think, for a lot of us. But
just a lot of things piled up, you know what I mean?
And it's trivial shit.
It is. It really is.
We shouldn't let ourselves get upset about it.
Well, for me, it's stuff I had to really make sure, because it was, like, a lot of money. Like, I had...
No, but I mean, when I speak about life... I think anything money related is just trivial, because
it's my retirement fund, so so that's kind of important.
Like I said, anything in life that's money related is just a material item. It's super important to like get your finances together. We talk about this all the time, But in reality, the matter of fact is this, and it's only this, that if money is the thing that's going to make you happy, then you have a lot of work to do on yourself. And that's just speaking broadly in general to everybody, including myself, because like I said, the year started and I was tripping on some money shit. And now I'm like, after the oral surgery and like me healing up, I'm like kind of in that, I'm getting back to what you were saying, where you're like, I'm kind of back in that swing where I'm like, oh, that's honestly, right. Like, I have better things going on. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Why are you tripping on this little shit? So that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it was good though, cause like it was just stuff I just had to, just stuff with the law and just stuff with your car. You just had to get done, and I got away with it because of COVID. And then once they started lifting restrictions around like October, November, I was like, oh shit, maybe I gotta start actually, you know what I mean? Like people are like still working and coming back to work, so it's not like I can just fucking dodge this shit forever. So I had to do a lot of fucking just sitting on the phone for a few hours, talking to people, getting just situated, and yeah, man, it's just.
I had told her that I hate the colors of the walls in this place. She's like, well, I'll paint it. And so she started painting in the bathroom, and she painted over.
Don't get rid of that, bro.
I kind of don't want to get rid of that, to be honest.
If you want to, I don't
know.
No,
well, the thing is, there's a song called Shroomies on Emotional.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
why I'm like, it's so perfect, bro.
I remember. I
took
shrooms with you.
Yeah, you're one of the you're the second verse. Like to me, our story is the second verse. The time we did shrooms together was my second time doing shrooms, and now it was the second verse.
Which, by the way,
we've done it 3 times. We've done it 2 times together.
And with Dan, that was fun. Anybody hasn't seen or heard that song, definitely check it out.
Fuck yeah, on Spotify, Apple, anywhere. Pandora.
Yeah,
look
You're on
it
Pandora
up.
now?
Yeah, I'm on all of the streaming platforms.
I'll find you on Pandora because that's what I listen to.
Okay, I'm on Pandora, Apple, Spotify.
I can't do Spotify.
Tidal, iTunes isn't around no more.
I'm
on TikTok.
Wait. Should we go live on stereo? I got the app.
We'll go.
Yeah.
See what happens.
All right, okay.
They do monthly bonuses for people who get a certain amount of views, so you could win like $500.
Like, is that all we are at our core?
Yeah, you guys suck. So yeah, we're gonna figure that out. This area, we just try to go live on it, but we weren't aware that it automatically connects you. We should be able to connect to each other. Random people.
I don't think it was Jeff Goldblum, but the person's name was Jeff Goldblum.
No, it was probably his channel because, like I said, when you connect.
What if we try to connect? He's like, he calls us back.
He's like, hey, what are you guys doing?
Who is this?
Yeah, who is this?
How'd you get my number on stereo?
Yeah, you fuckheads. So we're still figuring it out, obviously.
I'll definitely love to go live.
Yeah, no, it seems fun though, because you get to connect with random people. It'd be really cool to have a good conversation with someone random.
Should we go live on Instagram?
Get if you want. We can do it on both of them.
Oh, I'm scared, Josh.
I wish there was a way that I could get both of us in there.
Okay.
Go for it. I like it because you get to see I love when you get to see one camera into another. Right. I just did that with that.
We'll just talk about Wandavison. All right. Well, we're going live for this part on Instagram. So if you're following us on Instagram, and if you're just somehow sticking through this on Instagram.
the live feed will be available in both of our stories. So Shnerdcast and official Cultcanon. If you're just watching this within the first 24 hours of this being made, which the viewers at home probably won't get to watch this.
What if we smoke weed?
Yeah, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. But definitely head over to both our Instagrams because next time we go live, you'll be able to check the live feed, which is to my right here. Also, check out the descriptions and everything. You know what I mean? I'll link his profiles to everything, anything he promotes, so make sure to check out the links. Even if you watch older videos, click the links. Yeah, definitely watch the older videos.
So we were going off on a little tangent. We were talking about life and stuff. Let's talk about WandaVision,
Yeah,
and I know you
yeah.
haven't really seen it, but
No, I can still speak on it a little bit. Yeah.
so you probably been kind of like keeping up with it and everything.
Yeah,
so
with the updates. Yeah, what people have been writing about.
Yeah.
I've been reading at least because you know how I am. I don't care about spoilers.
So the first couple episodes, like the first 2 episodes, are literally just about like it's like copying Lassie, I Love Lucy, and like kind of like the Brady Bunch with I think like a little Family Matters.
Yeah, definitely the first episode's like I Love Lucy.
Oh, Bewitched. My bad. It was
Yeah,
Bewitched.
Bewitched, yeah.
They hella copied that. It's really good. I don't think right now you need to honestly watch anything. Like you have to keep up with it to actually.
So one of the things was there was a big like hype up moment about that show, and people were saying that it was just when Quicksilver from X-Men showed up.
Yeah, from Fox's X-Men showed up,
Yes.
and yeah, it was because at that point,
If
Vision.
anybody doesn't know, it is kind of a spoiler, but get over yourself. In the new WandaVision, Quicksilver, he was portrayed. The character, the actor that's playing
Spoilers.
Quicksilver is the same actor that was in X-Men Days of Future Past in that amazing scene when they break Magneto out of prison.
But he is still supposed to be Quicksilver of the MCU. Mm-hmm. So when you see this
so the
Quicksilver,
guy that's playing the one that's in Fox,
it's so confusing.
it is so confusing. So the guy that's the one in the Fox X-Men is portraying the same one that was in Avengers Age of Ultron.
Exactly,
It's
bro.
very confusing, but it's also kind of dope.
So
I was hoping Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man was going to show up.
So I think, okay. Well, I'll say what I want to say when we get to that. But with WandaVision, I'm not, you know what I mean. I'm not like mad at it or anything. But at this point, I would have definitely waited. You know, I would have waited for it to come out every episode, and I would have definitely waited for each episode to came out before I even watched the whole series. And fucking, it's a really good show. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm glad when we were talking about it a little off camera, and you said Scarlet Witch was your favorite, one of your favorite Marvel characters.
One of them, yeah. One of
and
my
I was
favorite
actually surprised about
female
that.
characters. Yeah, she's amazing.
She's a great character. There's little things.
And on top of it, what's her name? Is it Elizabeth Olsen?
Yes, yeah, she's an Olsen or a sister. Olsen
she
kid.
is fucking an amazing actress.
Yeah.
She's amazing. She not only really practiced her accent, which there was some issues with due to editing in one of the movies where she was in, where all of a sudden she didn't have an accent, people were saying, but I disagree.
No, she
they
didn't.
just slacked on the accent.
She didn't have an accent. I think it might have been too hard, or it was just too distracting.
Or I think that the people making the movie were like, "Yo, just chill out and just do you because you've been around all these Americans."
That's honestly like one of the jokes.
Yeah.
One of the jokes is like, what
She
happened
lost
to
her
that?
accent.
Yeah.
People they bring it up all the time.
They even brought it up in the show. They're like, what happened to your accent? Like, didn't you have an accent?
But you also got to remember that her superpower.
This one has some hash, by the way.
What?
This is that one with the hash, by the way.
Oh, is it? Is that why it's so harsh?
Harshy hash.
Another thing is, keep in mind that Wanda can change reality.
Yeah.
So if she wants to, changing her voice is not as hard as it is as changing the fabric of time.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's part of her power assets.
So with
to
this,
do that,
with this episode,
like if she wanted, she could totally change her appearance just by blinking her eyes.
Well, at this point, she's literally. I mean, we all know that Vision is dead, and she has Vision alive. So
no, she's totally creating a different reality.
Yeah, so she pretty much is. But at this point, she's
how she is in the comics.
She's literally she's in a little her safe space, literally.
She is. That's exactly
well, it's literally like
she's created a shelter that her love of her life has died.
What I really hate though is how she got him though, because they explained it, and she literally just was like, she walks in, she's like, "What are you gonna do? He's mine," and just fucking everybody's like, "Oh, okay." No Tony Stark. All the Avengers are like fucked up already.
They're Avengers.
They're trying to recover from Thanos, so no, there's no like A-list star fucking.
Yeah, she was after Vision died, she was kind of a useless character in the beginning. But I also know that this TV show, much like Avengers: Infinity Wars and the Endgame, suffer from writers' fatigue to where they had so much going on that they just couldn't go step back for a second, go, what about this character? What about this character? And then you get a project as amazing as WandaVision really is, actually. And you go, holy shit, this was really like, maybe rushed isn't the right word. I wouldn't say rushed.
I think
but
they were
it's
just waiting for it to line up with their timeline.
Yeah, and on top of it, I think that we're for the first time seeing Marvel suffer from possible moments of being overwhelmed with all the ideas, because like
COVID definitely didn't help.
It doesn't help. And then also, I hate to say it, but I have no interest in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I have no interest in watching it. And I hate to say it because those two characters were two characters that when they announced them for Captain America Civil War and then Falcon kept making an appearance, I was like, yes, I love Falcon.
Yeah, they did hella tease that hella bad.
I was so stoked. And then they announced the TV show, and I was like, this is going to be exactly like Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I don't care.
And like the Netflix series you're talking about?
Oh,
you're talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., okay.
S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah,
that just ended, by the way, or last year, 2020.
It's gone forever. It went on forever.
It went on a long time.
Like 8
honestly?
seasons. 8 seasons, I think.
And I still have never watched an episode of that.
I watched 3 seasons of it, and then I stopped watching it, and sure as shit, they brought in another one of my favorite Marvel characters, which was Ghost Rider. And I was like, you motherfuckers.
Oh, you think they'll bring Ghost Rider back?
Movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, because they put him in the TV show. He's now a TV show character. It's the same thing with Daredevil. We thought we were going to get Daredevil in Spider-Man 3 with Tom McHolland or whatever.
That was just a
rumor by Kevin Smith, Silent Bob from Jay and Silent Bob. He literally was like, what would be dope? He's a super geek though. He was like, what would be dope, and everybody took it like a rumor.
Not that there's any wrong with Disney or anything, but they haven't handled Star Wars very good, and he was like fanboying on Star Wars.
Yeah, the last Star Wars movies were garbage.
Not like I'm saying, I'm not trying to crap on Disney.
And we went and seen them.
Yeah, we saw the Star Wars. I'm just saying their Disney movies aren't, or their Disney Star Wars movies aren't.
Okay, hold on. Their Disney and Star Wars movies have both fell extremely short of the originals.
Okay, so
except for maybe Lion King.
We'll come back.
Lion King,
we'll come back to Marvel and WandaVision. There's a little something I want to talk to you real quick about since we're talking about Disney, Star Wars, Mandalorian. You hear about that one chick? How she got fired?
Rosario Dawson.
I think so.
Yeah.
How she was like.
She played the Jedi.
No. The other chick. She was.
The one that said.
Yeah,
you're talking about muscles.
Yeah,
the one about muscles.
Muscles.
Yeah.
She was. She said something about like how Jews were like. She just said something. I don't remember what the quote is. I don't have my phone on me, obviously, but
No, she also said no. I know what you're talking about.
She said something.
I know the quote. The quote is on Twitter. She went on Twitter. This is the actress from The Mandalorian. She said, being a Republican is a lot like being a Jew during the Holocaust.
It was like they were getting tossed. Yeah.
That's some shit.
Isn't it weird, though, how, like, the past, like, I don't want to say too much, but isn't it weird how, like, the Nazis have been getting brung up a lot lately within the past year?
Especially with that terrorist group, which, by the way, let's talk about a big fucking step in the right direction. The Proud Boys just got labeled a terrorist group by our government.
Who's the Proud Boys?
The Proud Boys,
for people who are watching on my stream,
like white supremacists, but it wasn't just white people. It was not just white people. It was a bunch of cops and Mexicans, African Americans, Asian, and they were claiming it was a bunch of them. But this group acted very much so like when people were doing BLM protests, these people would show up and incite violence. They are thought to be the ones that had a lot to do with the attacks on the Capitol. The Capitol building.
Hey,
Proud Boys.
Can you wave to that for real quick on my phone?
Hell yeah, bro. What's up, bro?
Yo, I don't know if he's still here, but thank you for joining, bro. I love your content. If anybody who's watched on the stream, White Belt Central just joined up, and this fool got some cool stuff. He was in an episode of ours.
What's his name?
Check it out.
White Belt.
I don't know if I want to say his name on camera.
No. What's the?
It's White Belt Central.
Yeah, hey, shout out White Belt Central, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to say his name.
No, that's all right. Yeah, thank you for joining, man. That's so dope.
Yeah, most definitely. He was on the episode with me and Cameron. It was a great episode. It was a fun episode, one of the funnest episodes that I've done. But yeah, but yeah, dude. So yeah, that's crazy how that chick.
Yeah, she said that again. Yeah, no, again, the tweet, if I remember correctly, was being like a Republican. This is a requote. It's a requote to reiterate.
This
to
is what
people.
She said.
Yeah, this is what the actress from The Mandalorian said.
And if you haven't heard this, look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
It's like big news right now.
She said something very similar, not too much paraphrasing, but being a Republican nowadays is a lot like being a Jew in the Holocaust. So she got removed from The Mandalorian. Yes, that's a horrible comment to make, but damn, it sucks because that character was so amazing.
So I haven't seen The Mandalorian. Can you like kind of?
She is like a bounty hunter, and she was a part of. She's a clone, if I remember correctly. She's part of one of the clone troopers that defected.
Okay.
And so she's like the Empire looks at her like the Seventh Army or whatever they're called now. I'm good off of it too. Yeah, here.
I don't know, man. I haven't watched anything with The Mandalorian or anything.
It's a good series, dude. It just let's jump to a spoiler, just so we can get this conversation over with. The moment Luke Skywalker showed up in The Mandalorian, I lost my shit. It was amazing. Honestly, he fucks them up.
Everybody was.
He fucks an army up that was like nobody could stop this army, and he came in and just killed them.
So you're telling me that's worth the watch?
Oh, it's worth the watch.
Just because we're.
Oh yeah, if anything, if you don't have any interest in the new Star Wars series, which I do not blame you for, I definitely would say skip to the end of season 2 and just watch that last episode when Luke Skywalker. Because I promise, the moment the X-wing rolls up, you're gonna go, and you're you're the one who got me into Star. I did.
I was like, whoa.
No, the X-wing.
Oh,
I said the X-wing.
As you said X-Men, I was like, whoa, Disney's going deep.
Right.
That's
crossover central. It's no, I said the X-wing. The moment his X-wing shows up, because you're the one who got me into Star Wars heavy. And then we ended up watching the 3 original cassette collection that I had. Me and you ended up watching it all. But then you showed me the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith video game, and I was like, holy shit, and I accidentally deleted all of your footage. I mean, all of your save data. But nonetheless, it's worth a watch. It's worth a watch if you're not interested in watching the show at all. At least watch that last episode.
If you're a fan of Lukey.
The last 15 minutes when Luke Skywalker shows up, they did incredible for a TV show that digitally altered Mark Hamill's age.
Dude.
And it looks incredible.
Okay.
And it's like you watch it and you're like, yes, this is better than the movies. Dude. Like season 2 is far better than the new remakes.
So going back to
Wanda?
Yeah, WandaVision. But yeah, dude, this show we talked about before on the podcast and everything, it's definitely looking like they're setting up the multiverse, especially since what they're doing with the Loki 2021, whatever they're calling it, on the Disney Plus show.
Now Loki, I kind of do want to watch.
What's crazy?
I low-key want to watch.
What's crazy though is they're really they're introducing the female Loki, so they really are introducing different
multiverse. Yeah.
So they're introducing the multiverse, which makes sense with why they had WandaVision first, because I really do believe, from what they're showing in the show, it will become the Wandaverse.
Okay, so one thing did happen related to to WandaVision and Loki and the Marvel, really just the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Tom Holland recently said that in fact Tobey Maguire and what's his name from
Andrew
Garfield do not show up in Spider-Man 3. So if this is true and not just a distraction tactic, that means that we may be getting a Spider-Man 3 that all of us were wrong about. So we may have all been wrong about the entirety of WandaVision linking with this and Doctor Strange coming up, which, by the way, I just watched all of the Sherlock Holmes TV shows with Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, the actor.
The UK version.
Yeah.
that
good?
show is so good.
I mean, it
I
was
watched
one of the
it
good,
in like
good shows.
It's every episode is an hour and a half long, right? It's 4 seasons.
So you could actually watch like a good amount.
It's a movie, yeah. You can watch a movie a day.
Okay,
and you could get through all 4 seasons in probably like
how many episodes per season? You think?
Like 3 episodes
per season?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like.
Yeah, so 1 season equals 3 episodes. Each episode is an hour and a half long.
Oh, okay. I
So
see
they're
what
like
you're saying
mini
now.
movies.
I kind of like mixed it up
In
in my
fact,
head.
they're like movies in a TV show. It's kind of like how the Dracula series did it on Netflix. If you probably haven't watched that either. The Bram Stoker Dracula
the new one
remake.
that just
That's
the
amazing.
one. Okay.
It's amazing. That's another one. But watching the Sherlock series, Doctor Strange is the only thing that I'm excited for. That actor, Benedict Cumberbatch, amazing. He's literally like wow.
Yeah,
that
dude.
guy is like wow. And then also, I'm really excited about seeing the progress in Spider-Man because it seems like 2 and 3 is the death sentence for every Spider-Man actor.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm really curious to see if this is going to lead into a 4, which is going to be the Secret Wars. So Wandavision, to me, I have to watch it. I just haven't watched it because of the healing up thing after the oral surgery.
Yeah.
But like, I am excited about it. The first episode I turned on, I was like, this looks really good. But from what I've read, a lot of people are saying that it's kind of like you can tell that they're going to force a lot of connections to be made at the last few episodes.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like in reality, the fan base could have gone without ever seeing that.
Yeah, I think because I don't know if I said this already, but I think, or if we talked about it off camera, it's because when we watch Marvel movies, especially MCU, we expect to get at least like an hour and a half, 2 hours of content per movie, you know what I mean? And to explain everything, and now we're getting literally like at least 23, 25 minutes per episode, and this is over the past, like it's 6 episodes, so at least 4 weeks. But also, like, we're also in the age where we're very spoiled. What I mean by that is like, we're so used to getting everything at once. Yeah, exactly. Yes. We're just so used to getting everything at once, everything daily, everything. So I think people, which makes sense because going back to what I was saying about the getting everything in like an hour and a half, 2 hours with the content, and now we're literally getting in like half hour, if that,
increments
every week, which is going to go into March.
Yeah, we get half-hour increments periodically.
Yeah, so
it's crazy.
Yes,
if not longer.
And so I really feel like they are kind of like, they really are trying to build up to the next phase that they're trying to do, like phase 4.
I think the next phase is pretty obvious. It's either going to be Secret Wars or some kind of Secret Wars transition into Galactus.
Well,
it's like they're...
That would be sick to see Galactus.
They're already hinting Fantastic Four a lot, and it's like...
Yeah,
we're not going to have the same actors that did that bullshit movie. Miles Teller and
the remake,
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
That whole movie was garbage. I rewatched it the other day, and I wouldn't just hate on... That's not me just hating on Marvel. It's just like Justice League. I rewatched Justice League because Zack Snyder's Justice League is dropping in March of this month, and it's
finally coming out?
Yeah, so okay. March of this year, next month, we get 4 episodes, all 1 hour long, of his vision of Justice League, right?
Okay, yeah.
And it's very similar to that, where it's like, it's nice to see the content. It really is nice to see all the content, but we're bound to get some stuff that we're just going to be tired of. And it's just unnecessary. And maybe WandaVision might be one. I'm excited to actually
to see how it unfolds.
Because like I said to you off camera, Wanda, Scarlet Witch,
one of the
strongest MC mutants.
What's funny though, you say that
crazy.
Like spoilers, nitpicks for me. There's like little things they talk about where they're like, what, like, oh, Wanda's super powerful, and they're like, oh, well, she could have destroyed Thanos by herself, and then somebody else was like, well, Captain Marvel could have done that too, and then it's just like
Scarlet Witch could have, but
they definitely could have.
The problem that they're failing to realize is Marvel is really good at a timeline. They're really, really
setting
good at
things
timeline.
up.
Yeah, and at that point in a timeline, Wanda does not know her powers. She is a kid. She just lost her twin brother,
That's very true.
Quicksilver, and she does not realize that she can change the fabric of space and time just by thinking about it. She's that powerful.
You know what's hilarious in this episode that they just showed to, like I said, spoilers. The Quicksilver from X-Men was like, he was like, wow, like, how you doing this? This is pretty impressive. And
Yeah.
he was like, this is way better than giving people nightmares and like changing people's
And
like
they
fucking
made fun
oatmeal or something.
Yeah, they made fun of Age of Ultron.
They were literally, that's what's cool about this show, though. They literally like poke fun.
Yeah.
But there's some things like there's some conversations where they try to like every show they try to like
in.
they try to like end and they try to have the saying in the show, so it's in the show, the end all be all.
Yeah.
Fan conversations.
I was telling this to our boy Keith earlier, and I was like, you know, my problem with Marvel right now is that I can already tell you by 30 I'm gonna be sick of all the bad shit that they delivered because of them experimenting. Now I'm excited to see the Eternals because of all the actors going really hard on delivering us an excellent performance. But honestly, as far as 2021 goes, like, I'll watch Wandavision with high hopes, especially because,
like I said, though,
you know me, I love black and white films. Like,
it's not.
So I know one episode is kind of like
just
that.
know, like, if you do watch it, and if you haven't watched it yet, just wait like a week, maybe an extra week, and then.
No, I'm gonna wait because of what we were talking about earlier. Because
somebody else, you wanna wave to them? What's that say?
What up, bro? Deca Q.
Hey, that's.
How are you doing,
That's
bro?
a close person. That's my. Hey. Glad you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. You know what I mean? Hope you're doing
stay
great.
safe this year. Yeah, it's crazy. Make it a hella good year. That's awesome. Thank you guys for coming in.
Yeah, definitely.
We have two people over here too.
Oh,
Queen Bee.
My bad. We have two
Yeah,
screens
sorry
going.
about that. We have two cameras going right now.
There's one on mine and one on Colt's.
Actually, technically 1, 2, 3. We have 4 cameras going.
Well, if you want to get technical.
So this podcast is not my podcast. This podcast is Shnerdcast. You can't see it, but we're doing this camera. Then this thing in front of it is another camera on him. He does these podcasts all the time. He's been doing it for a few years, but we've been trying to build it up more and more. What is that? Y'all good. Keep doing your thing. Jay Burner, my boy. I love you, dude. You're so dope, man. Yeah, hey, I'll show you some of his music later. Jay Burner, dude, you're so talented, man. Like, I don't get to say this to you enough, but you're seriously an incredible artist, dude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, I'm sorry. There's people talking out there.
Yeah,
that's not your dog.
You guys might see me freak out here in a second. Like, so stay here, because, like, people... No, we're good. We're good.
We're good? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Anyway, so, hey, yeah, I'm going to show my boy your music here in a little bit. I'll give him a follow. He said he's going to hit you up. Shnerdcast. Hit it up. Shnerd. He's dope. If you ever want to do anything with him, just hit him up. He'll hit you up, dude.
YouTube and IG?
Yeah, hell yeah. YouTube, too. Appreciate it, big dog. Y'all good? I got you. Hey, I got you, man. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Thank you, man, for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it.
He said you waved it. Yeah. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing, man.
Sure.
But, yeah, nah, man, like, the Wandavision thing, I'm just going to wait like you said. I'm going to wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to wait.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, at this point, might as well wait. I'm really excited, like you were saying, they could, with this WandaVision, or the multiverse, there's really so much they could do, and they could have, like you're saying, the Spider-Mans. I'm really hoping if the Spider-Mans do show up, that's where it does come. Because they
Dude, can you imagine if WandaVision ended with just a teaser of Spider-Man and like of the multiverse Spider-Man, and then all of a sudden we got Doctor Strange multiverse madness?
Yo. Well, what I'm hoping is we get a teaser of all like Fox Marvel mixed with MCU Marvel, maybe even some like stupid like straight up. What's that one dude that played Batman and he was the Hulk back in the day? Wait, did he play Batman?
No, but are you talking about Eric Bana?
Eric Banner.
He didn't play Batman, but he definitely played the Hulk.
Yeah,
sure.
the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he played the Hulk back in the day.
Yeah.
So it would be fun to even have like a little
acting.
cameo of him in there, like,
dude, in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Yo.
So that's just little things I'm throwing
Bana,
with the new movie. With,
you know what would be sick is if Eric Bana linked up with Tobey Maguire in an episode. Or in the Multiverse of Madness for Doctor Strange. Either one.
And then they had Nick Cage come and meet them with the Ghost Rider.
Dude, Nicolas Cage, if he shows up, bro.
And he was like, I don't know, I was missing this party.
Even it's for 15 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's just fun cameos for us older guys, I guess. Now that we're older than when that came out when we were kids. But definitely, man. I would really love to see...
By the way... Anybody watching right now, if it seems like we're getting distracted for a second, it's because literally my fucking tweaker neighbors are walking out and they're fighting in the driveway right now. And like Ben was telling me to end it for a second because he thought I was about to go out there, and I'm gonna not go out there. That's not our business. We're trying to record right now.
Yeah.
So if we end up ending this abruptly, I'll try to live stream from jail. But No, but I know if they do something along the lines of Nicolas Cage, or like, you know what I want to see? Charlie Cox, Daredevil from Netflix, show up in something.
See, there's so
many opportunities for them.
Just little cameos they could just.
I think that we're getting
what's that one dude? He's like, yeah, he does a little. No, he goes like this. With
You're talking about Bobby Flay, or
so,
Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like. Over that meat.
That golden meat.
That's a sirloin.
That's a sirloin covered in gold dust.
Yeah, gold dust. And you snort the steak.
And you get the pleasure of looking at me and go like this.
And he does it. He goes, me. Yeah, that's dope. I'm excited about the Marvel.
Yeah, I would.
But I'm going to wait, like you said, till WandaVision's finished dropping.
Yeah, most definitely.
I have shit
because they just dropped the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and the Falcon, and they just dropped that trailer, so they're gonna do that, and then after that comes out, I think that's when Loki and the Hawkeye, and they still haven't even dropped that one Black Widow movie yet. So
Black Widow is getting dropped, but it's going to be doing the direct to home thing. So
Disney Plus,
everybody else is doing. So basically, you can go see it in select theaters.
Okay.
To compensate for coronavirus seriously messing up the movie theater business right now, they're, instead of just dropping it in movie theaters, it's also going to be available to Disney Plus, like you said. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be available to rent from Disney Plus for like $29.99 or something like that, or the SD version for $15. I can't remember the exact price.
That, yeah.
There's a price for it. So while it's in theaters, you'll be able to rent it from home directly, and you'll get to like 24 or 48 hours to watch it.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll get the Black Widow movie. It's already done.
Yeah.
So everybody, like, we're not shitting on it. I want to see that one too because Scarlett Johansson's dope as Black Widow.
Oh, yeah, she's
so dope.
Scarlett Johansson. Oh.
Any other movie that, if you're crushing on Black Widow or you're just feeling her vibes because she is such an amazing actress.
She has a lot of them.
She's really good. I recommend to everybody watching Lucy.
Lucy's a great one. Ghost in the Shell.
Just think about...
If you like her voice, what's that one? Her? Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. And
Lucy, she basically plays God.
Yeah.
She basically plays God, and it makes a lot of sense to the people out there that are like, well, what if God is a woman? Watch that movie because it really makes you go, holy shit, they may be right.
So we're pretty much done with the Marvel thing. Should we cut the live stream off, or
we can do that if you want?
Yeah, we'll cut it off for now. Remember, more of this episode on Shnerdcast.
Yeah, over on YouTube, hit it up. It's Shnerdcast. Like, you would be like, Shmoney. It's Shnerd. Yeah, like Shnerdcast. You got to go over to their YouTube. Dude, he does a lot of stuff. And it's funny because all the stuff that's posted is so different from the stuff he's doing now that you're going to see a lot of changes on his channel that are worth witnessing the growth of. So go over to his channel, and then also... I follow only a few people or whatever on my Instagram, all real ones. Head up to the people I follow. Shnerdcast, he's there. For sure.
Also, watching from my stream, Cultcanon, always links in the description. He's on my Instagram if you want to check him out.
Hey, the day Mardi Gras starts, Voodoo, my song, is dropping.
Also,
so February 16th.
Cultcanon, Spotify, Instagram, all that stuff, Pandora. Also, he has... What's verbal?
What up, dude? My boy Luce is up in here.
Hey.
And Skinny Local. Hey, Skinny Local. Hey, if you're listening still, real quick. Sorry to cut you off. Skinny Local. That song you sent me in Punjabi, I am 100% going to check that out this week. My jaw just healed up after all the oral surgery. So thank you so much, man. Your song with Snotty Nose Res Kids, you guys dancing, all of that shit was so dope.
Well, how about this?
And
how about
Luce.
this? I'll cut the recording on mine, but if you want, you can keep on yours.
I'll get it real quick. I'm going to use the bathroom break.
For sure.
But thank you guys for joining. We're going to do this again. So, hey, definitely, Luce, big shout out. You're the shit, man.
Everybody, thank you.
Love you guys. For sure.
Have a good night.
Dude, that was dope.
Hell yeah, we should do that more often.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't expect all those people to join in.
So, well, speaking of today, let's try to transition to something. I want to talk to you about this. I wanted to look up some videos, but we got a little too drunk and got a little too deep converse, which is okay.
Yeah, it's alright.
I
I
love
like
it.
it.
I love yeah, exactly. Boston Mechanics. You heard about them? Boston Mechanics. Boston Mechanics, something like that.
About that.
They're the ones that invented that little the walking dog that looks like from.
Oh, okay. I do know a little about that.
And they're the same people
yeah.
that tried to like make the fucking
The atomical robot.
Yeah,
that was just like a human.
So they just made a human, maybe like a few months ago, that could actually backflip like a fucking robot and actually like dance.
Yeah, and they're
do all
working
that
on the
stuff.
personality too. Yeah, I've seen that.
Would you be excited to have like a little pet robot dog or robot person?
No.
Why?
I
'Cause
wouldn't
I
be.
would.
No. But you just. I'm just answering what you specifically said.
Yeah.
You said, would I be excited? No. Would I want one? Yeah.
Yeah,
I would want one. Yeah. But like,
I'd be excited, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not. There are certain things that have happened in our generation, in the window of our generation of like technology growing, that became highly predictable. And one of the things was robots. And it was like, I knew that towards at least my 30s and 40s.
I'm surprised they haven't been out by now, honestly.
Sooner, yeah. And
From
they
like
really have
all the
been,
cartoons I watched when I was little, they were supposed to have robots by the time I was like 20. You know?
Yeah, they I'm just not excited because I'm just like, I know that this comes with a lot of bullshit internet content. So like people like claiming like conspiracy theories, and it's like some of them are actually possible, some of them are just ridiculous.
Like when they take over and they just wipe us out.
Whatever you want to look at it as.
Which makes sense. It's like a hive mind.
Whatever you want to look at it as, like whatever outlet you're
I like to think.
as.
That's one of my favorite sci-fi theories of like the Terminator. Yeah.
Have you ever played? Did you play the game yet?
No, Josh, keep it rubbing in my face.
Dude, that game. Next time it's on sale, consider buying it. Don't buy it unless it's not on sale. If it's not on sale, don't buy it. I'll say that.
Okay.
Right, because the game's mechanics are just not worth the $30 price tag or the $40 price tag.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that could have been done better, but dude, the game is so good.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's awesome. The first time you meet a Terminator, because you play the game for a while, like it feels like it's for a while, and you're like, oh shit, this is dope. And then the Terminator thing happens, and you were like, oh, it's tough. No, you have to hide. Because you don't have any of the guns to fight the Terminator yet. So you're hiding, and they literally will kick down doors, and you'll be hiding next to the wall, and you're like sitting there like, please don't come in the room, please don't come in the room. And they'll just sit there and stare left or right, and then turn around, and you're like, oh. And then you have to sneak behind them, and they'll like, it's really wild. Good storytelling. This one's.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, my guy. Cheers, buddy. Well, you're not my buddy.
You're not my buddy guy. You're not my guy,
hey,
buddy.
You're not my guy, buddy. Yeah. So I like the robot, the company making those robots and stuff. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I would have one. Yeah, I would have one. But am I excited? No. To like go to your exact terminology? No, I'm not excited because it's super predictable. Like just like a flying car is predictable for the next 50 years. Like for sure the next 50 years we'll see something that hovers. It's just not to me now. Technology is like my dad used to say, it moves at a constant pace constantly, and after a while you just know that when you buy something new, tomorrow something better is going to come out. There's no point to be excited about that anymore.
No, that's very true. I mean, that was like I mean, if that was true back in our day, it's definitely true
It's
nowadays.
more true now, yeah, with smartphones and shit like that.
And then now they're
tablets.
coming out with like 8K and like all this stuff, like fucking
Phones that shoot in 8K.
Yeah, dude, and all
Like
this
the
crazy
new
stuff.
Galaxy shoots in 8K. I'm like,
And they're all like trying to, for like the past 2 years, they've been trying to show off their iPhone's been trying to show off their like, we've been filming this with our own camera, like our own phone camera. So fucking
this
buy
movie made this. I mean,
Yeah.
this movie was made by iPhone.
I know, right? And it's just like cool, like that is pretty cool, but
We're tired of seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, we get it. Phones are amazing now.
exactly.
They shoot in landscape or fucking portrait mode. It's cool.
I just think it's so hilarious how like the phone wars, like people, it's literally just like, what do you prefer?
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like both phones are fucking amazing, and they can do outlandish
get off
stuff.
that one.
They both do so amazing ass stuff, and there's so many things
Yeah.
that each phone can do. One phone, it's like Xbox and PS3. You know what I mean? Like, there's maybe like, you know, like that's what you get for Xbox.
Yeah.
But then you get
This
this
for-
with PS3. But
yeah.
then you get this with PS3. But then you get this.
Yeah,
with
what you mean is after you said the first one, you're like, but then you get this with the Xbox X,
Yeah.
and then this with the
Exactly.
PS Slim, and
Yeah.
like I totally.
So
know
it's
what
just
you
like
mean. You're right.
It's like, I guess,
The slowest game of chess.
yeah,
It really
yeah.
is. It's not speed chess.
What are those little Russian dolls? It's like, I have this. Okay, well, I have this. Exactly. It's just like,
Yeah,
okay,
hell of them
until
inside
it
of
comes
each
back
other.
to like the little minute.
chocolate. It's a little chocolate.
like,
That was worth it.
right?
Yeah, like I
I like
unfortunately.
Xbox or like I like
Yeah.
PlayStation or I like whatever.
To be honest, I used to have a preference. It was Xbox.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, it was PlayStation. It was always PlayStation. Now, I just think both consoles are so powerful that they stand the test of technology evolution / time over a course of like Xbox
Dude.
One, 6 years, 10 years. And it's or is it
Especially if they keep on remastering games like how they're doing nowadays.
And so it's like nowadays, when you spend the money on a new console, it's very well worth it because the console usually tends to last for like 10 years before they make a new one.
What's hilarious is me and you were playing Dead Rising not too long ago, but I beat that game.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I never beat
What's
it.
hilarious though is like just the dialogue and everything. You could tell it's the early days of like Xbox 360. Like
Yeah, especially
graphics and all that
because
stuff.
like it'll just be somebody standing there and font on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's just like somebody be like this will be somebody's foot. And then it's just like boom, like that's like
I
their
know.
ankle, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Like that's
Dude,
that's not
I know. All of a sudden, like you'll have what are called, I think they're called artifacts. When all of a sudden, like a glitch in an image will happen. Dude, it's so silly,
Dude,
bro.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So silly.
But yeah, you're totally right. Where it's like technology is definitely just to that point where it's always growing no matter what. Like you'll have the best of the best, but next year it's not. You know, maybe in a few months it's not. Especially nowadays, is what is it like every like 8-9 months technology advances.
Yeah, they say you buy the newest computer. Like, say if you had like just whatever amount of money to spend on a computer, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
You're just buying the best of the newest thing, and you built it using all the newest products. By the next week, there would be something better out or something updated out. That like a chip with better thermal technology, or a chip that has less pins, or a new plug-in, or
exactly,
you know what
bro.
I mean, a new cooling age. It's so ridiculous, dude. But at the same time, we are from the generation that really created that. Our generation, like, it may not have been me and you, but people our age are the ones that really made the serious progress and evolution on the new technology.
I'll give PC players their due because
Especially PC players.
When we were like, what the fuck you guys talk 60 frames, 30 frames is perfect, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we didn't know until
then all of a sudden like all these like super HD and 4K TVs came out and we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, fuck it. Because I remember Will and Dan having these conversations a long time ago. When I was like, it looks fine, you fucking idiots. You're spoiled.
Do you remember when I switched from PC to console and I started playing only Xbox? And like Will and Dan would just give me infinite piles of shit.
No.
You don't remember that? Because you remember that I used to build all my PCs, right?
Yeah.
So I was always a gamer on PC, gaming PCs that I would
Dude,
build.
I totally remember that, yeah.
And it was when I moved into his house that I was like Xbox, because Xbox One was incredible when it came out.
Dude.
Like, it really was like, here's here's PlayStation 2 and here's Xbox. Xbox One dropped and PS3 dropped or whatever, or PS4 or whatever it was. Yeah. And fucking, it was like a mile marker ahead of all of gaming that they had done prior. Like, dude, Dead Rising 3 is the perfect example, and then Dead Rising 4. Yeah. Like, they increased the amount of zombies on screen.
Yeah, dude.
Like, 100-fold or some shit.
The thing with Dead Rising 4, though, is like the people who made it kind of...
They dropped the ball on number 4, but number 3 was like so bloated. Yeah. It was hella bloated. Like, they didn't have a direction for that game. Like, you could do like 100 different things and you would still get to the same point.
There was more of the what's the most outlandish thing we can create, instead of like what's the story.
Let's put 1,000 zombies on screen, and then let's do like 100 side missions per mission.
Right.
Like, it was
you could
ridiculous.
build your machine. You could build arcade machines.
Yeah, it was so silly. The only cool thing about like Dead Rising 4 was the mech suits. And it was only cool in the aspect of when you first got to use it. Yeah. And then it got annoying. Yeah. Because you needed them at some point, and it was like, this is garbage.
Yeah, they just tried to capture on that first one, but they didn't, you know. It was literally like a B. It was like a B
B movie of the game.
Yeah, it was like a B minus movie of the game, like, to be fair, honestly.
They
B minus movie team working on that. Let's just say that.
So, in defense, I have a interesting like question for you, actually, now that we're talking about this. Just a really quick ask. How do you feel about so if you think about what we're talking about, it's like Xbox came out, right? And PlayStation 1 came out, and yeah, they were big deals, but they weren't big deals. Like, people were like, this gaming isn't that far off from PC, okay? Yeah. And then PS2 came out, and Xbox 360 came out, and it was like Halo all of a sudden was inventing like Game of the Year awards, and
it was kind of like ahead of its like a little.
Yeah, those two consoles, like PlayStation 2,
steady race.
Yeah, PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360 were leaps ahead of what was going on. Like, they did stuff that was like made people re-love video gaming to be where it became a living.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, like, I got you.
So, and then Xbox One and PlayStation 3 came out, right?
Yeah.
They're on 4.
But 360 and Xbox 360 and then PS3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, what are they?
I forget about
this. What's the newest console right now? Is it 4 or 5?
PS5. And then the
Xbox X.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, skip ahead a little bit. Going in that pattern, unfortunately, it feels like we're on the generation of the console that's not much different. And you pointed this out over text where you're like, here's another reason why me and you haven't wasted money on getting the new consoles. Not because we're broke and dealing with life, but like, also, it's like you said, they're just re-releasing remastered shit. And it's like, this is garbage, because me and you had the same complaint at the beginning of Xbox One.
Yeah, but
where we were like, why are they just remastering retro games?
Exactly, but like, this is...
But now there's literally no new games.
Yeah, because they're literally remastering all the library for fucking PS4 and Xbox S.
Yeah,
so there's no like real video, like there's no.
They're like, hey, we got better hardware. Do you want to see the game played how it should have been at first?
Right. And they're gonna do the same thing like 5-10 years from now.
But you have to buy the game again.
Yeah, right. That's how it should have been fucking 20 years ago. But exactly.
Yeah, but we were lazy and we didn't have the money to put into the hardware. So yeah, like
I get that shit, dude.
So part of me feels like I may only ever want the new generation consoles when the prices are lower. And this is the first time that's happened for me, where I was like, I could wait for the new, as opposed to with like Xbox One when the Xbone dropped. I was like, I want that shit right away. Like, I seen multiple games that I was like, Halo, when they announced Halo on the new Xbox One and they showed Halo Infinity or whatever, and then they re-released the Master Chief Collection, I lost my shit. I was like, I'll never stop playing this game. Mela, who do you think you are? So I'm not really excited about the new gen. That's what I was trying to make. And it's like, I honestly can wait for the prices to lower. And if you want to be real, to throw a curveball, I am more excited about the 4K or possibly the 8K. Who knows now that technology's gotten better.
Right.
Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
If they make a 4K, they are making a 4K Nintendo Switch. But if they make an 8K and it's handheld and can connect to the
AK-40
TV,
Switch. That would be a good name.
Shit, dude, I like that. I was already excited about Nintendo Switch when they did Zelda and then Pokemon. And I was like, I gotta get a console. Like, I gotta get this. But then me and you talked, and you were like, do not get the Lite. Because if you can't connect to your TV, then you can't co-op.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
And not only that, if you can't disconnect your controls from the fucking
the
game, from the Switch, though, like the whole point of the fucking...
It's basically a PSP.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
glorified PSP.
Yeah,
PSP.
exactly. Like, with a little better some better features. But, like... So I decided not to get one, and I'm not excited about the other consoles. The only console I would really look forward to is the Nintendo.
The AK-40 Switch.
Yeah,
what was it?
I just haven't seen anything from Xbox or anything.
Nothing. So, I mean, I.
So on to the talk of technology, and with consoles as the example, it's become very obvious to predict where technology is going. Like the example of consoles are not going to have discs anymore.
I'm also hoping, I would hope that, I mean, I really hope discs just never disappear, which I'm sure they will within the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, VHS people felt the same way.
Yeah, well, I mean, VHS, so people are still collecting VHSs, so...
I have a fucking tote of VHSs up there.
Oh, shit, that guy's not going to like that, bro. The fucking...
They're going to drop on you.
And then the buyer's going to...
Saw situation going on.
We watched that Baker video. Baker, Uncrossed, right? Yeah, okay. Baker Uncrossed. Whoa! This the intro with that dude who ollied over that big ass gap in that fence, bro.
Dude, yeah.
And then so from that whole video that we watched, and then where is skateboarding today, dude? Because today it's so gnarly. It's on
so
another
further along than me and you ever were then.
I think it's to the point where we literally fantasized. You know
about
what I mean?
This.
Yeah,
yes.
What people are doing nowadays, we
fantasize about
exactly,
that shit.
And we're just it's crazy.
You know something you said earlier when we were watching that one video you showed me, the first one of the two you wanted me to see, the Baker Death Wish one, I think it was called.
Uncrossed.
Yeah. And you were like, you know what's so noticeable about new skaters compared to skaters of when we were skating? The pop.
Yes, they're so athletic today.
So athletic, it's freaking crazy, inspiring. Dude. Like the videos you were showing me of all these young dudes, like people that are young and middle aged and older, killing it. Dude, they were. Remember that dude who hit that one of the kiosk counters.
Yeah, for the
he
at the
180
school?
Nose grinded.
Yeah,
it,
dude.
Or 185 or whatever. It was you're gnarly.
What?
You're gnarly.
What?
You're grimy. Good.
It's
you're
crazy.
So good.
It's because we're at that point where people who looked up to Nyjah and are now skating, and these are the
Nyjah.
people. Yeah, the people who look up better than Nyjah.
Yeah, better,
probably even raising the bar where he was like, oh, what?
Dude,
I'm Nyjah Houston. No shit.
You got to think though that he really did inspire the I'm just gonna ollie over a street generation.
So yeah, this dude. Okay, the nine club podcast. We looked this up for skater stuff. I sent you the one with Andrew Reynolds. So remember the one I sent, the link I sent you with Andrew Reynolds.
Yeah.
So
my phone, yeah.
So I looked
updated shit.
Yeah. So I looked at his at their channel, and they have a lot of highlights of different skaters going through their fucking their best tricks and all that stuff. And dude, oh my god, there's some golden gems out there, man. And
I bet.
You know, it's just me and you. We're just regular Joes. We're trying to do stuff. We've had some accomplishments in our lives.
Yeah.
But
we're still regular people.
But these people are pro skaters, and I wish we had this when we were younger. When we had because I think it would have took a lot of pressure off us when we were younger, where it was like, wow, this dude literally took like 100 tries and came back like 3 days, like 3 different days. I see
that in a lot of the videos.
And you know what? I think that would have inspired us. Like, damn, like, you know what? We don't have to do it right now. We don't have, like, we put so much pressure on ourselves when we were kids to try to do something special, and when we should have just been having fun and just trying to just do what we could have, and if not, be more creative what we done. And looking back though, all of us had that shit in us. You know, we all had our own creative stuff where it was going big, where it was dropping in track, like, you know what I mean? Like inward hero skating, flips. Yes. You know what I mean? Like Dan's Impossibles, like fucking
Will's inward hills.
Yeah,
like
and all back 180s.
Yeah, and the 360 hills. You remember when he first started like trying 360 hills, and he kept like spinning them, and it'd be like, you could do those, and he was like, I'm not gonna do them. I was like, dude.
So what was crazy was like, I think we jumped out of skateboarding when it was more of
we just forced ourselves so hard.
Yeah. Also, it was like we thought skateboarding in general was maxed out. You know what I mean? Like there was like there's nothing else you can do. Like we watched everything and all the new stuff that came out. I was like, there's nothing else you can do. But
no, we hit that point of depression of we were skating so hardcore, but we never. If you think about it. In reality, right? As hard as we were skating, which we were skating really hard, did we ever actually ever try to make money from it? And the answer is no.
We couldn't.
No, we could have. We really could have. But we had no concept.
No.
And this really goes back to...
This is before even sponsors on... This is before Google bought YouTube, so... Mm-hmm. We couldn't just be like, oh, maybe we got some subscribers, and
we just had no concept of how to make money from it, and it was embarrassing, and we got tired of it, and like all of us had to feed ourselves and fucking take care of ourselves, and all of a sudden becoming an adult was a real thing at like 15, 14, 16, 17, and it was like, okay,
we turned it into a job when it should have been our release.
Yeah, and we got really fucking too serious about it. Yeah. And that's why we all really stopped. But I was really glad that in 2020, me and you, that was another good thing that happened for me and you.
We skated a few times too.
We started skating together again. And then on top of it, I bought decks, and it was like, I can build some shit.
Which we can skate tonight. I know it's a little money out there.
Yeah, we can go skate. Yeah. We can go skate if you want. The fucking end this here soon. What?
Yes, I brought my shoes.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna tear up my new Vans. I'm gonna put my new Vans on because I've been wanting to kick them in, and I'll take that. I'll take the mini logo. And then if you don't have a deck, you can take
my deck.
Oh, dude, cool. Fuck yeah, dude. I want to skate. I might get sick, but I want to skate. But
me too. I'll be like,
yeah, that's all right. So we're grown up.
Skated distress.
Yeah, you throw up on your board. You're like, more grip, more slide.
Right.
No, dude, that you're so right about that. We killed it for ourselves. Yeah. Where we were like, because anybody listening, skating is incredibly fun.
It's so fun, dude.
Amazing. It's in
you don't even have to be good at it. You don't have to be really good at it. Pro style, amateur style, even like above average.
If you're good now, the coolest thing about skating is if you're listening to this right now and you're good now, no matter who you are, at one point you sucked.
Yep.
And it's so amazing because the people you meet who suck and the people you meet and you get to see who wants to skate and who doesn't want to skate as a thing that's like a serious passion. And then on top of it, when you do something crazy, it's like, fuck me, I'm not that loser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's like how I feel when I write a good song and I'm like, I feel like God right now. Like I feel like you can't touch me.
Exactly. Because you get that rush and
you do. And when you land it would be like, you remember watching Kyron do something super clean and you'd go like this? I'm not that good. Like, because remember how he would land things sometimes? Yeah, he'd just be like this. He'd be like this. Oh man, I didn't do this. And he'd be like, yo, Kyron, you're so good.
Right,
like,
dude. Oh my
you're
goodness.
so like. Yeah, I think you said it once. You were like, when I realized Kyron was better than me was when I was like, I gotta try harder or some shit.
I'll never forget. I've probably said this before. I don't know, but we talked about millions of times. This dude, we're skating Power in Sacramento. There's a big 5-star.
Yeah.
And like a few months before that, all of us were like struggling to ollie it. I think I like kickflipped it one time, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" Oh. And then I went back there like a month later with Kyron, and this fool. We were like, I was keeping up with him, and like he was like skating the whole park, doing all this crazy stuff, like like ollie 50, ollie gap 50-50, fucking, what I mean, kick like front like back like 180, the double set, the 2 flat 5, what I mean, like 50-50, some rails, all that stuff. And then he went up and he started talking to some dude, and he was like, "Hey, this is my homie Ben." And he's like, "What's up, man?" And I was like, "Oh shit, what's up, dude?" And he's like, "Let's do this." I was like, "You want to do this?" And he's like, "Okay, let's do this." And I was like, "What?" And then the dude went, he awed the staircase, and then Kyron went up and he just back 180 the first try, and he's like, shh. And then at that moment, I was like, he's better than me.
Dude,
like that literal, like, it went quiet, and it was just like the hamster wheel in my head, like, he's better than me.
So you know what me and Kyron used to do? I don't know if I've ever told this. So me and Kyron, when we'd want to skate.
Oh yeah, you told this. No, I'm just
yeah, anytime you talk about Kyron, you've already told this.
No, I'm just kidding.
But so me and Kyron, when we started skating, it was before we met you. And it was long before we met you. We met Jimmy and VJ and Mike and Travis and
Sack
the other
boys.
Travis, the Scrotum Boys for sure. And no, shout out to all of them because they're all doing really good in life right now. And I'm like, every time I check their Instagrams, I'm like, I'm so proud of you guys. Like VJ, Jimmy, like as weird as Jimmy is, I still am like happy to see that boy happy.
What I love to see is when they all kick it together, because I'm like, yeah,
it's cool.
I'm glad to see they all.
Yeah, like when you see VJ, Mike, and Jimmy and Travis when Travis and Nick kick it, you're like, oh shit.
You might even know more than I do, but when I see them, like Mike, VJ, Jimmy, they all kick it, and then they have like 2 or 3 extra people there, and they're all like all of them are hugging them. I'm like, I don't know who you guys are, but I know the original guy or the guys that I know, and I'm like, nice.
Yeah, I love
it because that's like what we're doing kind of anyway.
Yeah, we're keeping
except
that.
They're more. They're kind of fucking it up, I guess. We're all fucking it up.
For the record, Jimmy's a little nuts with the politics.
A little,
but I like VJ. But VJ inspires me to be very vocal. VJ, he trains his dog to hunt with his, I think, falcon or hawk, and they hunt as a pair. Game, bro. I showed you, right?
Yeah, dude. He'll be like.
And literally, no.
Like,
you've seen hungry? It. Yes, you've seen it. And then he'll feed the hawk the animal it catches, and then he'll hunt something for himself or vice versa. VJ's incredible. Mike does trucking, and he rides Harleys, and the bikes he rides are amazing. That boy is so gifted on the road. Like, dude.
I'll never forget him breaking both his ankles on San 112.
Yes, dude. Like, you got to give it up to those guys.
Yeah.
Like, they're so lit when you
front
see them
runners
together.
For us, though.
They are. Yeah, they are. And, like, it's funny because with Kyron, I had that same moment of realizing he's better than me when... So, you remember the Target 3?
Yes,
Okay,
course.
so that 3-stair... I know people listening are like, 3-stair. This 3-stair was awesome because it was an extended 3.
Yeah.
And it was really fun to skate because it was really easy.
It was so fun,
It was
dude.
so small.
It was
and
so
you could.
fun.
I think me, you, Will, Nathan were there for 6 hours one day before security kicked us out. And you had 3-flipped it. You heel flipped it. You at the time were doing crazy backside flips that were like nuts. And then when Dan came, when Dan showed up in the group, he impossibled it. And Will, like I said, he inward heeled it, and we all got really good at this 3-stair. My time with Kyron was before me and you started kicking it. Yeah. And it was like he was kicking it with you, but I wasn't kicking it with you and him yet. You know, but I was kicking with you on the side and then him. Yeah, and then you guys were all chilling, right? Me and him would always skate that 3 since we were really young. Like, before middle school, before Mitchell.
That's crazy.
And so he had just met you, and he had kept telling me, he had kept saying, he was like, yo, you got to skate with Ben. Ben's amazing. Like, he's hella good. And I would always be like, he's better than me? Fuck that guy. Like, I didn't like the idea that he was skating with someone so good because I didn't understand that skating with someone better than you meant that you got better. So it was because it was that year that me and you would end up skating together, and I was like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I was
dude.
like, holy shit, we met up at
my
Togo's,
God.
and I seen you just bust shit over Togo's.
What's
and
crazy?
And then you started hitting the rail, and then you were like, you can do it too, and I was like, I can. And then remember, I hit the rail, and you were like, holy shit, dude, that looks so dope, and I was like,
you were the
holy shit,
one of the reasons why I was able to hit that
good.
rail. Yeah. No, dude, I totally remember that.
But hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
So over Target 3, fucking Kyron started nollie flipping when we were like just in middle school, and I was like, how do you do that? And he was like, what do you mean, how do I do that? And he popped the deck up from the nose and caught it, and then he was like, what do you mean, how do I do that? And he popped the deck down, and I was like,
show up.
Yeah, no, I was just a bitter kid, but at the time, looking back, I literally remember being like, can you do that again? Like, that was nuts. And like, he literally was doing nollie kick flips when I was just learning how to nollie ollie. And we started skating at the same exact time. Yeah. And like, so when you're like, oh yeah, I remember this moment when I was like, I think Kyron's better than me. I remember that moment very early on. And then he'd have moments where he'd fall off because he was playing basketball, and he was always so busy.
He couldn't decide between the two, man.
He couldn't decide between all the things.
I want to say this because we talked about this for a while. We should definitely film a fuck it skate park.
I want to do a skate park.
I'll film it. I'll film it all, and I'll send it to you, and you can edit it. Right?
I'll definitely do the editing. I want to do the.
I don't mind filming, dude. I have all the equipment for it,
dude. But also, I have the T5 and the T7. Those film 10-minute increments, but we only need 30-second increments when we're busting tricks, and then lines are like a minute.
Give it like 3 minutes for us to just go.
I say we do a skate park.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like we could do a skate park. I told you I wanted to do that, and we could release it on both channels. And we should do reverse angles for the channels.
Hell yeah.
So that your channel has one angle and my channel has another angle. That'd be hella lit.
Or we could do like increments. So like I have certain parts and it's like, oh, if you like this, check out this channel. And like you know what I mean?
No, we need to do clips. Clips and increments. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. You're right. We
just
need
to like
to do
kind of
those
like
for
advertise and then you know what I mean? After a while. Well, since let's finish this off real quick.
Yeah. Because we've been recording for a minute and this one's about to die.
All right. Got some would you rathers.
Fuck yeah, I love these. You know how much I love these.
Would you rather fight the top, which I don't know who they are. I'm sorry, but I'll put the pictures up. Would you rather fight the top MMA fighter or the top MMA boxer? Let me see if I can find them up on the.
So whoever beat Conor McGregor and the top boxer would be Floyd Money Mayweather.
Female fighter.
Oh, restate the question, please.
Would you rather fight the top female MMA fighter or top MMA or top boxing female fighter?
Oh, what the fuck? This one's easy. I don't need to know who's who. But please look it up before I say that because then I might eat crow. From what I've looked up, I could be wrong. Sorry.
From what I looked up, Amanda Nunes is the top MMA fighter. She's 32. 5'8", 130 pounds.
I was thinking of the wrong fighter. I apologize.
And she's not the one getting knocked out.
No, I know that's the truth. I know who that is. Yeah, okay. I know who that is now.
So let's look up the top female
boxer.
Yeah. What's crazy is I don't think that's as popular as
boxing's amazing.
Which is more funny though, because the boxing probably gets paid more than the. Should we look that up? Oh shit!
What?
Should we look it up?
After you look up who the. Who.
Gonzo, clean them up. No, I'm just kidding.
Give me another pair of boxers now.
Okay, so the number one today.
A little bit. Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, damn, you know this chick, huh? Her name's Katie Taylor, so I'm going to look her up.
I don't recognize her, but I'm sure she's badass as fuck, bro. She's probably... Look at all them belts.
Let me see. Okay, let me name out first stuff. She's 34, which is crazy, because the other chick's, hey, what's, Katie Fowler or whatever. Katie Taylor. So she's 34, which is she's literally around. She's like 2 inches shorter than the top MMA fighter, and she's around the same age. Did we just come around a conspiracy theory where the top female fighters are in their 30s? I don't know.
Oh,
I'm gonna make this a little clip just to see if this
maybe.
catches some.
You know what? Maybe, but To be honest, back to the what would you rather? What would you rather do? I would rather fight a boxer, female or male, than MMA. Whether they're better of a fighter than the other, the reason being is because against a boxer, I know they're not going to use their legs.
True.
They're just going to dance. And so if I blow out your kneecap, I have a better chance of doing so, blowing out that kneecap. But like, as far as hand-to-hand combat goes,
chance of that
happening. Just a chance. I'm not saying it's gonna. It's just a chance.
Just straight up
like I already know with the boxer's probably not gonna throw too many leg kicks unless they're diverse.
Yeah.
And so like that would come with a few other like researching your fight before it happens, or if it was just a street fight. If that's the what would you rather have a street fight with a female MMA or a female boxer? My answer is gonna be the boxer, because it's like I think I have a pretty chance to go low and like avoid those heavy hands.
I will just say,
what about you?
I would honestly just say the female boxer, just because I would like to think if it came down to wrestling with a
female
150-pound female, but I'm pretty sure that's all muscle.
So you're thinking
if it came down to ground combat, I might have a little chance.
So you're thinking, I like what you're thinking, because you're thinking like a very smart chess move. You're like, well,
but
wait,
I don't know,
no, you don't know.
She could be a spider.
But I don't know that a boxer doesn't know how to use their legs. They may dance really well, but who knows if they kick?
So
what you're saying is very clever, because you're like, I'm counting on the weight and height difference.
Yeah.
And I think that's brilliant, because in fighting, that makes the world a difference. Also, you hardly see videos on the internet of somebody my size beating up somebody of your height and Dan's weight. You see what I'm saying? Like, can we just be like men and they're fucking hilarious, but they're rare, because it's more often that the heavier, taller person has a better chance.
So in the end, you'd rather
boxer chick. Boxer chick. For different reasons for both of us, but boxer chick.
I would like to do the MMA, but I just...
No, I'm good off the MMA, because they're going to sit there and they're going to crowbar me, and I'm good. Like, I don't want to be...
You're like, you pick them up and you're slam them, and all of a sudden they're just like...
No.
Your whole body.
Exactly. No, exactly. But before they get to the backside, like a cockroach, like you said, they're like, you're going to need a chiropractor. Right. Crack! They're like, ah!
I can't feel my toes.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you knew how to fight.
Okay, here's another one. Which is a little more simpler. Would you rather be a soccer player, a pro soccer player, or a pro hockey player?
Oh, that's a good one, because them are some tough motherfuckers. I'm Portuguese. So I'm going to go with what my people do, and I'm going to go with soccer player. Yep. No. I wanted to go with hockey because of how bad them motherfuckers are. They really are some bad boys and some bad girls, I'm sure. But I'm going to go with soccer because I'm not okay at soccer, but I love playing it. And hockey, if me and you were to be like, let's do a pickup game real quick, I'd get my ass kicked. But I love hockey too. I'm from Santa Clara, San Jose. I'm from Santa Clara County, so San Jose. The San Jose Sharks, I've watched a few of those games, like watching them, like refilmings and shit. And hockey's amazing.
Yeah, hockey's fucking crazy, especially when
super slept on. Super slept on. Oh, it's super slept on. It deserves to be up there with the NBA and the NFL.
I honestly think hockey's the toughest sport out of football and NBA and baseball.
I think that as far as physical contact sports go, you're definitely gonna talent, because you gotta be able to hold your weight, and then you gotta be able to fucking bounce.
Just think of rugby, but
you're right.
With hockey.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think hockey's like the toughest. I think hockey's one of the toughest sports.
Football, yeah, you get knocked around and stuff.
Yeah, but it stops. Yeah, but once you get yeah, exactly. But then also, you're so right. I didn't even think about that. If football was on ice skates, and then also to add to your point, imagine if football, once you got knocked down, the thing wasn't over. It wasn't over. Yeah, you had to fight it out, or better yet, you get knocked down and you had to keep going. Because that does not happen in football. You get knocked down, usually you see the play keep going on camera. Like, I've been to a couple Denver Bronco games, and I remember being like, the people that get knocked down are done.
So Hawker or Saki? Hawker
or Saki? I'm taking Saki and watching Hawker.
Soccer or hockey? I can't believe I said that.
If you hadn't pointed it out, I would have noticed. I'm gonna say soccer. What about you? Saki and soccer. Saki and soccer.
I'd go soccer.
Yeah, I like soccer. I'm Portuguese soccer team. Everybody on that team is hella crazy. Same for the Mexico team. Spain. Everybody but United States. I'm kidding. Yeah, the women's United States soccer team is much better than the men's. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Soccer, yeah. I like that. That was a good what would you rather, yeah.
This one's a little bit more personal, so let's just see what you think. So, you, Cultcanon, are turned into a dog.
Okay, I like where this is going.
But
Mad Doggy style for this.
You would have to be the master. Okay, so you were a dog. You have to choose Mellow or Gonzo to turn into a human to be your master, your human master.
I don't like where this is going.
If you had to choose between Mellow and Gonzo to be your
human master,
who would you choose?
Mella.
Mella? Yeah.
For her name is very much like who she is.
Yeah.
And you know that when you come over, Mella's the more mellow one. You know that. You don't have to tell me. I know it. Like,
so
no, they're the human. Mellow wouldn't beat me. Gonzo might eat me.
So this is what it's like.
Yeah, this is what it's like. Let's play. And playing would never end. Gonzo's still a child. He's still a puppy. He's still a baby. He may be 3 years old, but he's a baby.
So for sure,
Mel. Yeah. I'm curious between Cutie
and Chata.
Who would you rather be your owner?
Cutie.
Yeah, that little thing, she'll respect you a little more. Chata's like, squirrel! Why didn't you get the squirrel?
Dude, Chata, oh my god, Chata is a wild little fucking dog. Yeah, she'd be like,
Yeah, you told me that one time, you were like, I would love if I could bring them to meet your dogs, but you were like, I can't trust Chata.
Cutie might be okay, but Chata's to the point where she's like too
yeah.
Or like she would definitely
luckily with dog training, if this would, well, obviously we're not gonna ever do it, but if we ever did, my first thing would be like, oh yeah, they can meet, but I have a leash that I'm gonna put on her. It's a her, right? I'm gonna put on her, and I get to be the one that introduces him. You're not even gonna hold him, and you would probably be like 10 feet back, and I'd be like, as long
as they end up being cool.
Yeah, I'd be like, my dogs are gonna be very defensive because that dog would attack. I already know it.
No,
but I've met those dogs, and QT is so fucking awesome. She's so smart, and Chata is a pit bull. She just isn't socialized like enough, but she's amazing. Like, yeah, she's an amazing dog. I remember I came over there once when I was like 19, 21, right? Somewhere in there. Yeah, somewhere in there, in that range. And dude, that pit bull was so amazing. She was like, just rub my butt, like just rub my butt, and like she has the best.
She knew how to manipulate.
Yeah, she's like,
she wanted, you know?
Yeah, she's like, I'm hella cute, and you want to scratch my butt. Like, yeah, she's like such a blue nose pit bull, and she's such a beautiful dog. And then Cutie is so like, very like a typical small dog that is much smarter than it appears. Yeah. You know what I mean? Fucking, you know what I mean.
She's a very protective dog too.
So
it's funny. I love it, but it's annoying at the same time.
Yeah.
You'll hear like some like, you know, like some.
Both of our answers are the dogs that are more probably vocal or.
The leader.
Yeah, and like, and me and you both are like, oh yeah, fucking Cutie or Mellow. Like, even though Mellow pisses me off when she barks, I'm like, I think I'd rather have Mellow because Gonzo is still, to me, I'm like, when I look at that dog, I'm like, don't get me wrong, I love both of you, but you're still the puppy to me. Like, you're not quite where I need you to be yet in life, and I don't trust you like I trust her. Like, because I always trust her. Like, where even if I'm, like, iffy about something, I know I'm like, Mel's not going to hurt nobody, and if she does, something's wrong, and I think she's probably smarter than me, but, like, she has a personality that's worth spreading to people. So, like, with Gonzo, he's much like a teenager, where it's like you're so hyper and you're excited to meet people still, and it's kind of like when you get into the I'm finally chilling out stage, I think people are gonna fucking love you, and you're gonna be like such a good leader for when Mello passes away and I have to get a new puppy. Gonzo will at that time finally be the one that can teach a new puppy.
Yeah, hilarious. I could just stumble upon your lap like it was just by accident.
Totally, bro. Fucking if it wasn't for working at Fire Wings, that was it, bro. Somebody was like, they have a pit bull, and I was like, my mom needs a dog, and fucking I met him, and from the first 10 seconds, I was like, he is so good with other dogs.
Well, if you stuck around this far, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. If you missed our live cast on Instagram, make sure to subscribe to Cultcanon and Shnerdcast. Links in the description. We'll be doing a lot more of these. Hopefully more live streams. Stereo, we'll figure that out. But yeah, thank you so much, Josh. I really love coming out here doing our thing. I'm glad you had a successful surgery and all that stuff.
Thank you, bro. Right here.
Wow. Bro, thank you so much for having me out here, dude.
Dude, for sure, dude. I like it. Shnerdcast out. That was dope.